So today I have Rick and Tiffany Mayfield, two of my favorite educators, introduced to the world of Prezi, and with them never using Prezi before, they both love PowerPoints. So let's see if we can convert them over to the world of Prezi. Hello, how are y'all?
Hi, wonderful.
Okay, what I've got here is a Prezi that I created for a previous class. And you can see I can put music in here, as well as scroll very easily through the slides. This is a canvas that is web-based. And I'm going to go through it quicker than I normally would so that y'all can see the features. Obviously this would be slowed down in the classroom so you do not get anybody dizzy or seasick. But as you can see, the music stops as soon as a video starts. And I'll send you a link to this so that everybody can view it at a later date. But you can do different concepts here. Now, people come to us all the time and ask us how to do something in PowerPoint. And there's no way we can make it this appealing. Our students wanting to know what's going to come next. And you can have different designs. Prezi gives you a lot of different options for presenting. Okay, my computer is making a weird sound, folks. Okay, you can also upload your PowerPoints to this presentation. And like I said, I realize I'm going fast. But you can put your PowerPoints in here as well, so that any PowerPoints you have previously, you can arrange them any which way you want. Once again, I'm going to speed up. That's an actual PowerPoint, and that is a Prezi. Can y'all compare it to PowerPoints that you have seen in the past?
I would say a lot of it looks very similar in the way a PowerPoint actually functions, slide to slide, in that sense right there. First thing that I noticed is that the graphics are much better resolution on the backgrounds. There's a whole lot of other activities going on with the clip art, or the the insert shape with the circles and the arrows, and it didn't look like that slowed down the functions any. Sometimes in PowerPoint that can get too cluttered, and because the graphics, just when they expand, the resolution's a lot better graphics wise.
Rick, what was your interpretation?
It reminded me of some of the primitive cartoon type diagrams, whenever you're seeing something that's I don't know, it's pretty captivating,
Captivating, I like that word. So, do you think that this would be more difficult than putting a PowerPoint together?
As far as the function goes, watching the video,
it seems like it all functions the same. However, I haven't seen how Prezi's put together, so I couldn't tell you.
So, just a pre-thought is, do you think it would be more difficult just by seeing it compared to what you can do on a PowerPoint?
Well, by looking at it, because it's much more impressive, I would say sure, it's definitely more difficult. It's got to be more difficult.
Yeah, if it looks more to it, so there's probably more you have to do
to get it there. Okay, let me show you how simple it is. You have to have a sign-in. So this portion that I'm doing right now is free. Now, as educators, we can sign up and have an upgrade and still stay free, and they've even reduced their professional pro version to only $59 opposed to the $159 that normal people have to pay. Yes, we all know teachers are abnormal. So you click here where it says New Prezi.
It's just not an extra expense. So why would I spend the $59 when I already have something that I've already paid for?
That works for. Okay, very good question. That's why the first part that is equivalent to PowerPoint is free.
Okay, so you get the same thing for free, and the $59 is for some bells and whistles.
Bells and whistles being
Okay.
you're able to work offline.
Oh, so we can.
So it's not
okay.
mandatory. You can work online and still stay free. But
I see.
some people like to do all their work off the computer.
I see. Well, I expect to pay for something that is effective, and I don't consider it an expense. I consider it an investment. And if it has the extra features, that's great. Just curious.
Very good question. Okay, so they have all these different templates that we can choose from for free. And let's go with stepping stones. It automatically comes up with a nice simple template for you. You can go with a blank and put all the bells and whistles in that you want to put in, but all you have to do is click on it. You can change your title to subtitle. You can change the body. You can change the size with just a click. You make it smaller or larger, and then smaller. You can change the color. Whatever you want to do is just like right here. You don't even have to look for it.
I like that it has a grid on it. PowerPoint, to my knowledge, doesn't have. Maybe I've never seen a grid on it, or an option to view a grid. And for me personally, I kind of like things to be lined up. I'm a little.
And it's so simple to move things around. You just click on your text, and you see a little hand right here, and with the grid, you can line it up.
That is definitely an extra feature that's an extra feature that PowerPoint does not offer.
And even here, you can enlarge your text and make your text smaller. You can edit the actual text here with just a click of the button. And you can move, like I said, move it around. You can delete it if you want. Whoops, I made a mistake. Quick, simple undo button. And when you click on these, you can actually zoom in, zoom out. And for those of us that like to actually see what we're typing, you can zoom way in to do it. That's somewhere else. But you can type in whatever you want. With just a click of the button. Zoom back out, and I can go to the next one. Just like with PowerPoint, you can rearrange over here on the left. You can edit your path this way.
So we're actually viewing the entire presentation, and each slide is marked. We're skipping.
It's like you have one slide.
Wow.
It is just
That's pretty
one
neat.
slide that I can move around on this canvas.
Now, I like that too. That's different.
And then zoom in. Like I said, change your path.
Slide by slide, and there's no way to view
It looks more like like you're surfing the web instead of clicking the next slide and the viewing capabilities is so much cooler. It has
I can add anything I want. Brackets. I can put circles in, other circles in here if I want my stone to keep going and going. I can draw lines wherever I want.
I see what you mean. It does have a real HTML type effect. Like, I mean, feels like something you would see on the internet rather than
you know.
It doesn't look like a slideshow. It looks more. Looks much more interactive.
To
Where-
put a
I mean, it almost looks like you're previewing the finished work. You know, you're just adding little pieces in there, and each slide would, I mean, each bubble would kind of represent what slide you were looking at. Almost.
it's-
Kind of has an arcade feel to it. I could see children, intermediate, really getting more into that arcade feeling.
okay, so let's say you want to put a video in here. How hard is it going to be? You find your video that you want, copy the link, insert the YouTube video,
I'm a forensic artist.
and paste your link, insert. That's how quick you can insert a video from YouTube.
Or I guess from anywhere, huh?
From anywhere. You can insert
So if
from
we're
your
looking
collection,
at,
from your PowerPoint, from any.
So that's how you insert your PowerPoints that you already have.
well,
and-
there's some science clips. One of my favorite sites, resources on the internet is the ICR, Institute for Creation Research, and they have these little mini videos. They're only about 2 minutes long, but you know, and it sometimes can be tiresome flipping through each one trying to find the one you're looking for. If you could set them all up on here, and it looks like you get a nice preview of the image. They all have title screens, so you'd be able to click over on the God created insects video,
Exactly.
or over to giraffes witnessing creation videos.
So,
That's nice. I really like that. I like being able to see it all as well, you know, and that would allow a student to be more interactive, and especially, you know, in those kind of examples, they just could pick which one they wanted to read first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not looking at each individual slide. You're looking at all of them at once. You know, you just you just click on it.
and you can change your template if you want. I usually get pretty set in mine. Then, let's say we've already put everything in here we want it. Let's look at it and see how it goes. It automatically starts with my video because that's how I set it up. And as you can tell, we have a Prezi. An incomplete one, but still yet a Prezi.
In that particular case, you could watch the video, and then the remaining little circles you have there
Can be filled with any type of
with your questions, write the answer on a piece of paper.
Exactly.
I can see that working.
You can use it for quizzes.
You can have videos on the top, per se, and question answer scenarios on the bottom, and each one of your little bubbles. For instance, if you're trying to use it as a educational presentation, you know, if you wanted your students to watch something specific and then answer a few small questions.
Right, and it can be
Something like
just
that.
like a warm up for the lesson. It can be for a review. It can be for closing and putting everything together at the end of class. So there's, like I said, it's just so simplistic. You just can move and put things anywhere you want here. You can edit. You can insert images, symbols, diagrams. You know, if you want to put some diagram in here, you can do that as
That
well.
was kind of neat with the solar system. You could almost have little circles out there, the constellations, and click on it and zoom in on this or that.
And this was also one of my other Prezis that's complete. So you can actually just click, 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 click.
I suppose you could do the same thing with a map of Texas, and each little bubble could zoom up on a city.
Absolutely.
We could do that.
I have something cool about
You, you can put your own templates
Say something neat
together.
about Austin.
something new about
Yeah.
When you
Go
when you
through-
start out, very good question, because when you do start on Prezi, you have the option of going with a blank canvas. More time consuming than having a template put together for you. So you can start out with
Probably
just,
a little more cost effective than buying a map these days.
absolutely.
And waiting on them to get here, or shipping.
And a lot of the Prezis have probably already been put together for you.
Tips of the fingers, I like that.
So, what are your thoughts in regards to using Prezi versus PowerPoint?
Well, it's pretty simple to go through if I wanted to stay with the analogy of, or example of Texas. It looks like it wouldn't take very long to set up a little lesson on that. I do like the online feature because sometimes, you know, kids are asleep. I'm doing work on, you know, my laptop or something, and during the day, you know, my bedroom, the comfort of my room, late at night, you know, we're putting pieces together. Then you can easily, without having to transfer files or worry about networking or dragging, you know, computer station to station, it'd be easy to go over into the schoolroom and just pull it up from the other computer. So it isn't, you're not limited to one computer. Whereas I only have PowerPoint on one computer at my house. That's a big deal. Big plus.
A big plus you just mentioned on Prezi is you can have collaboration between your students working in a group. So, you know, you could be on one part of it, Rick, you could be on another part of it, Tiffany, and I could be on another computer. And we could be editing at the same time.
Wow.
We can see what each one of us is doing on the template.
Oh, well then that would be really, really nice for interactive group lessons. Each one of our, you know, each one of the children have their own station, computer. They can work on the project. So what you're telling me is they can all three be working on an animal project, looking up animals from Africa.
And you can be looking at the same time on their Prezi.
Nice.
So you can make sure without having to walk at each station.
It's like a web page almost.
It's like a web page, but you can use
Yeah,
it.
I like that.
Everybody can be working on it at the same time.
It opens up lots of things.
That opens up a lot of doors. PowerPoint does not offer that. At least, not
Seems
the
like to me
version.
too that the learning curve on the Prezi is very small.
Oh yeah,
And
that's a big deal too.
It seems very user friendly. I mean, you wouldn't have to have much computer knowledge. I mean, if you can search the internet, you can probably create your own Prezi without much problem.
You can't say the same thing about any of the Microsoft Office.
No, it seems like
They all have-
it seems like the PowerPoints are more of a software based. You know,
Yeah.
it's real. There's a much bigger learning curve there.
Mm-hmm.
And putting in graphics, they may not always hyperlink in PowerPoint.
No.
You know, how many times have you had a
yourself.
PowerPoint
Yeah.
with a video embedded?
Prezi look really easy to cut and paste. You know, from different sources, different types of media, whether it be a save file on your computer or a video streaming from the internet.
And how many PowerPoints have you had where you have to keep waiting for the hyperlink to connect? Sometimes it does on these videos that we implant, other times it doesn't. Well, with us being on the internet, showing our Prezi, then we're already at a high speed connection.
Right.
Nice.
So that's another downfall of PowerPoint is you have to, in addition, get the connection to the internet for it to click on your video. This automatically does it. I think I have a PowerPoint, a video. I have video on this one. And this is not Prezi's problem, it's my computer not catching up with us. But you saw it in the other one, so. That's all Prezi is, y'all. So, can I buy y'all in on the free Prezi?
Well, for free, you can't really beat it, can you?
Definitely worth giving a shot.
Okay. I expect to see y'all's first Prezi by the end of next week.